Welcome back. To conclude the last part in the tutorial series, we'll be going over the second most important information that will absolutely make you improve: receiving criticism and giving criticism. I will try my best to give you tips in hopes of getting you to share your animations and to give criticism to people who are looking for it. Let's get started. Let me start off by saying that it's completely normal for you to avoid criticism due to personal fears of being judged or bullied. A lot of animators are concerned about asking for criticism and they avoid sharing their animations for feedback purposes or even just sharing in general because of those two things. You have little to no reason to be afraid of any of these. All animators have gone through the same process as yours, so what's the big deal? If anything, the animation community welcomes you with open arms. We've all been beginners before, and we know how hard it is to get to a good level of animating. Some of us give good criticism, while a small percentage doesn't. Remember, we are only trying to help. It is up to you to take note of the good criticism and try to get the people who gave bad criticism to elaborate on what you could improve on. If they continue saying dumb reasons such as it's just bad, then you can ignore them. Who are they to judge your hard work? It's important to let them know that you don't understand their criticism. Don't take it as insulting your animation or whatever perception you have of criticism. You may have not noticed, but we give and receive criticism on a daily basis. It's just more often than not more hard to accept that criticism on something you worked hard on. But remember that criticism is meant to aid you in your journey by highlighting the mistakes you've made so you may never do them again. In animation, criticism is your best friend and the last tool you need to have an understanding of for you to improve on animation. So now let's go over giving criticism. Now you're in charge of making your criticism clear and readable to your listener. The main point is to specify with precision what's wrong and how the listener can improve/fix that mistake. You can avoid using the pronoun you so that your listener may feel less guilty and won't start acting up. P.S. It's unlikely that they will act up over criticism. However, you should still be aware just in case that happens. If they do start acting up, you can reassure them that you're just trying to help, and you can then proceed to ask them if they didn't understand something from your criticism, to which you will respond with an even more detailed answer. You can improvise really easily with this one. Trust me. Don't be afraid of giving anyone any criticism. You're showing them mistakes that they may have not even noticed. You're making them make sure that they will not make the same mistake again. You are quite literally helping them become a better animator by just giving criticism. It's up to them if they are going to take the criticism and accept it, or throw a tantrum over it and cause a scene that will get everyone's attention. Either way, you aren't guilty of anything, so don't feel bad if that happens. The animator and the people themselves will gain respect for you because of your criticism. If you are known for giving good criticism, expect a lot of people to ask you for your opinion. Everyone is striving to improve just as much as you are, so don't be afraid to go all out with that criticism. I thank you very much for finishing this tutorial series. You have gained a lot of knowledge about animation over the course of this series, and I hope you put all of it to a good use. Don't give up on animation just because of bad first results. If you really wanna know how you actually make progress, check out this graph I found in Atomic Habits. It shows you exactly what happens when you're becoming good at animation even by just 1%. In this graph you can see that the majority of you think that the progress is linear, when in reality it's actually a big curve that will lead to great results the more time you put in them. Become with 1% better at animation, and by the end of the year you'll be 37% more experienced in animation than those who gave up. If this series still hasn't left you out of the clueless zone, I have a list of tutorial series in the description that might help you out even more than my series, but it's important that you at least got some information from here. I'ma catch y'all next year. Goodbye, and have fun.